All right, so I just want to talk a little bit more about credit cards. And I know this is a sore subject for some people, but if you're not interested in building up your line of credit, or if you're not interested in a mortgage or getting a loan for a business, or if you're not interested in traveling around the world, then this video probably isn't for you. And if you're just strictly going to use cash and you're staying in your town somewhere and you're not traveling anywhere, then again, like I said, this video isn't for you. But if you want more, if you want to be able to explore the world, I'm not saying pay thousands of dollars to travel. I'm saying if there's ways to travel for free or for cheaper, and you can do that around the world, including free hotel rooms, free flights, free rentals, all this kind of stuff, why not entertain that idea as to how it's possible? So there's ways and there's tips and strategies that you can use that will not work if you're only cash based. But that's not what this video is about. Like, I love envelope budgeting. I love the mentality of envelope budgeting. It has helped me. But if I didn't change some of my thinking, it would actually hurt me. And I feel like sometimes I'm the only one that's going against the grain when it comes to Dave Ramsey. And it's like, Dave Ramsey said this, cut up all credit cards, all this kind of stuff. He's speaking to people that are in financial disarray, if you will. It's the same thing with an alcoholic. If you're drinking, you don't want to prop a beer and drink in front of them. You don't want to do that. You don't want to say you drink or anything like that. So I don't know how Dave Ramsey books his hotels and flights and all that kind of stuff with cash. I don't know that yet, but I assume that he has some strategy. Maybe he doesn't want to share it. I don't know. But it's the same thing with, like I said, with alcoholics. You don't want to plop drinks in front of them. But is drinking bad as a whole? No, I don't think so. I think having a beer or having a glass of wine with your meal or something like that, or sitting down with your spouse or significant other, watching a movie or watching some TV, it's fine. There's some people that say don't have a TV, don't have internet, don't have this, there's extremes to everything. Cars kill people, but people still drive cars. We have laws, we have rules, we have regulations. Guns kill people. So I shouldn't say guns kill people. People kill people, but they use guns. Are all guns bad? No, people use guns for hunting. That's a whole another topic. It's what you do with those tools. You can hurt someone with a shovel. Do they ban shovels nationwide? No. But the point of all this is don't throw everything out because somebody says something and then it's like, okay, all this stuff is wrong, therefore this must be right, etc. You have to weigh everything out and implement it with your own family. So I just wanted to share a little video here.
Josh is with us in Indianapolis. Josh, how are you?
You could see this here.
Good, sir. How about you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I have a quick question about we have one credit card, me and my wife, and we always pay it every month. We use it just for, general expenses. Mm-hmm. And we earn cash back on this credit card every month or whatever, that we can turn in for cash. Mm-hmm. I was wondering if you think it's still a good idea to have this credit card, even though you don't like credit cards.
No, I wouldn't have it.
You wouldn't have it, even though you earn cash back.
No.
Yeah. So there you go. It's just 100% no towards credit cards. And I don't know if he's being 100% honest. I question that a bit. Maybe he has a point where if he uses a credit card or talks about credit cards, everything that he said for the past 15, 20 years or however long he's been on the radio goes against his books, goes against his financial peace courses, everything like that. So he can't say, yeah, I use credit cards. He can't, and he will not say that. But what he is saying is he's telling people not to use credit cards, even if they have good credit, even if they're getting cash back, if they're getting points towards free flights, all that kind of stuff. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because I have friends that use, for example, a Royal Bank WestJet card. They use their credit card for every expense. They pay off their credit cards every single month. And they get to travel to New York, to other cities for free because of all the points that they've racked up. Some credit cards have an annual fee as well, but you can actually use your reward points to pay off the annual fee, or you can ask them to waive it. It's called retention. If they want to retain you as a customer, they can waive that annual fee, no problem. But I don't understand the mentality to be able to say 100% credit cards do not work, loans do not work, period. Banks loan you money to get a mortgage. There's no way you can put 100% down on a home. And I just think it's unreasonable to tell people that there's no other way. This is the way or the highway. It almost feels like it's, I don't want to say a cult-like thing, but it's actually, you're programming people to think that everything out in the world is evil, when actually if you use the tools properly, you can actually begin building wealth for yourself. So that's what this video, feel free to comment, feel free to rag on this. I know what I know from my own personal experience, and I also know from people that are successful, they're multi-millionaires. I've also talked to bankers as well. And they've given me tips and strategies on how to build up my credit. And again, if you look at a bank and you walk in there with just cash and say, I only use cash for everything, it's not true. You have to have a bank account in order to put your cash somewhere in order to use your debit card or whatever it is. So you're non-existent if you don't have any credit score or any credit cards, any line of credit or anything. You are non-existent. If you change your name, if you move to the country, you got to start building up your credit history for them to feel safe to lend you money. It's just, that's the basics. If people are telling you something different, that loans are bad, credit cards are bad, they usually have something to sell you, or they have another angle. And with Dave Ramsey, I think a lot of it is his radio program, his financial peace courses, all that kind of stuff he sells. He doesn't give them away for free. I'm not saying that he has to because he's a businessman, but he's written books as well, and that's where he makes a lot of his money. And I'm sure there's some things that he's not sharing with you completely. Does he have a credit card? I don't know. I'd like to think he doesn't. Deep down inside, I think he does, but he's probably not sharing with you his tips and strategies for booking flights and all that, because I know it doesn't work the way he says it works. And I'll argue with anybody till I'm blue in the face. If you're traveling to another country, try using cash 100% of the time before you get onto the plane. Try it. Try using just cash and see what happens to you. I'm telling you, it doesn't go the way that you think it does until you have a credit card. Anyways, that's my humble opinion, and feel free to comment on it. If you like this video, if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, but give me some kind of feedback. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to this video as well. Thanks for watching.